Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back wherever you're listening from, wherever you're following from. And what a return for FC Barcelona to Champions League football. That's right, we're going to be talking about that match at home against Viktoria Plzen, where we saw Robert Lewandowski and Frank Kessié and Andreas Christensen all make their Champions League debuts for Barcelona. Two of them scored. Okay, Kessié got us off the mark. Kessie got us off the mark. And of course, Robert Lewandowski then took over proceedings as he scored a casual hat-trick, easy as you like it. I need to run that back just to check. Did he score the first goal with his left foot? Because if he did, that was a perfect hat-trick. But you know what? Barcelona back to winning ways in the Champions League and dominating a match. So let's get some of the obvious stuff out of the way here, right? Obviously, people are going to say, well, look, man, it's Viktoria Plzen. Barcelona is supposed to be winning that match. It's supposed to be dominating. Yes, that is true. But I'll take you back to last season where we played Dynamo Kiev at Camp Nou. And, FC Barcelona was supposed to be dominating that match as well. But we didn't exactly do that now, did we? Sure, we won, but it was literally just by one goal. And I realize there's a lot that has changed. You'll be like, oh, well, back then Barcelona's number 9 was with, I don't know, was it Memphis or Braithwaite? It was Memphis. Anyway, back then Barcelona's starting striker in that match was Luuk de Jong, and now it's Robert Lewandowski. Obvious differences, yes. But, even just beyond the change in personnel, there's also just a general change in mentality that has come, of course, with the change in manager. So you know what? It's not exactly been 1 year yet that Xavi's been in charge, but already we can see some of the differences. Yes, it helps to have better players, but going off on a tangent now, I should be focusing on talking about that spectacular performance by Robert Lewandowski and generally our attackers on this game. Like Ousmane Dembele especially was unplayable in this game. Unplayable. Got 2 assists for Ferran Torres and for Robert Lewandowski, and he was just literally doing a lot. I really wish he could have scored, especially after that saucy run he had with the dribble, and then the shot was just parried away by the goalkeeper. I really wish Dembele could have scored here, but he didn't. He did assist though, and well, there is just so much to talk about. I am understandably happy with this result because we got the job done. But anywho, you know how we usually do with match reviews, taking you through the tactical setup from both teams, and we're going to talk about negatives and positives, and I will give you the man of the match. Now, some of the stuff today is going to be very, very academic. Like, you could probably already guess who the man of the match is, right? And no prizes for guessing correctly. I'm sorry. Maybe next time when it's a little less obvious who it was. Anywho, if this is your first time here, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching from YouTube, please hit like. It helps with the algorithm so you can see more content like this going forward. Okay, so let's get into that tactical setup. FC Barcelona set up with the usual 4-3-3, and they had Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goals, the back four of Sergio Roberto, Andreas Christensen, Jules Koundé, and Jordi Alba. Midfield 3 of Kessie, De Jong, Pedri, and the front 3 of Dembele, Lewandowski, and Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati getting his first start of the season here, by the way. On the other hand, Viktoria Plzen set up in a 4-2-3-1 formation with the following players: in goal, Staniek, a back 4 of Yamelka, Pernisa, one of those two, Heida and Havel, with a double pivot of Kalvak and Bucha, and in front of them, a midfield 3 of Mosquera, Valkanova, and Sikora, who did score their consolation goal, and up front they had Chori. Now, all of that out of the way, let's go straight ahead and let's talk about the negatives and positives. And of course, we'll start with the negatives. The negatives, there can only be one negative here, okay? and it's a bit of a nitpick, but it's still a negative because I thought that it was a bit too easy for us to concede that goal here, the one that Viktoria did score. Yeah, there was a slight lapse in concentration. We did see that quite a bit, especially in the second half towards the end as well. But this is one of the occasions where Viktoria took advantage of that. But of course, Barca did then go down the other end and score almost like, just before the break. Literally about 2 minutes after Viktoria put one back, Lewandowski then scored his goal. Anywho, that's literally the only negative that I had. I thought like it was a bit too easy for us to concede that goal. So let's move on and let's talk positives. And first and foremost was, of course, that energy that we had in the press. Okay, today the pressing was very, very good, which is surprising considering the fact that Gavi was not even playing. He was not on the field. It was Kessie on the field. And I feel like Kessie did a very good job. Okay, it was like having a bigger Gavi on the pitch today. He's not as tidy as Gavi with his passing, but definitely his movement into the box, those late runs, he's probably better than Gavi at that. And of course, the headed finish was a much welcomed one when he did come in. It's always important to get that goal and to get it early, to get that first goal, to get it early, which we did here, 13 minutes on the clock. Another assist, by the way, for Jules Koundé, who is just like killing it right now. He can do almost nothing wrong. Next positive was the subs. I felt, well, the subs and the rotations. Let's put it that way. Okay, Sergio Roberto, Ferran Torres, and Kessie, who I just mentioned. All these guys had very good games, and we know that all of them came in as rotations. And Ansu Fati wasn't too bad either. I mean, he wasn't bad actually, to be honest. His finishing was just a little bit off today, and the 2 chances that he got, which probably you're thinking he was going to score from, had they gone in, we'd be talking a different match all around for him. But we did get to see him linking up well with Lewandowski. Probably the only rotation who didn't really give you much here to think that he should start again. Well, no, 2 of them. One of them was Jordi Alba, the other one was Christensen. But of the 2, I felt like Jordi Alba was expressly more disappointing. I mean, I'm looking at what he did there and I'm thinking, why shouldn't Balde start the next match? Why shouldn't Balde start against Bayern Munich, I didn't see anything in here to make me think Jordi Alba should start in that match. And with Christensen, like I said as well, he's just, I guess he showed to be a bit, he's looking like Garcia was last season, like Garcia was at the start of last season. He's just not looking comfortable yet. He was doing the right things when we were on the front foot, going forward, like stepping up for the offside trap, making interceptions, stepping up to steal the ball from the opposition. But it's when he had to backtrack, when he had to backpedal, that he wasn't looking too comfortable. Yeah, and my final positive is, of course, that we got the job done. We did what we needed to do. We knew going into this match that Barca needed to win, and we had to win at least by a decent margin, because you just want to have the goal difference in your favor if you can help it. Okay, who knows how many goals Inter are going to score against Plzen. I'm saying Inter because Inter already lost to Bayern Munich, and I'm assuming that Bayern Munich is a fixture in which Barca will probably drop points, and should they drop points, it will come down to what points they can take off of Inter, and of course the goal difference that will come into play. Well, let's keep this cracking on and talk about the man of the match. Now, like I already said here, okay, there's no prizes for guessing who it was, although I will admit that if Ousmane Dembele scored 2 goals here, this would have been a pretty tight call, to be honest. But it's not, because the man of the match was that man who scored a hat-trick on his FC Barcelona debut. Has any player ever done that before? I don't know, maybe Neymar did that, I don't really remember. But you know what, Robert Lewandowski, he was just totally on it today. I mean, it reached the point where he scored so many goals he got tired of scoring and just started trying to assist other players. And personally, Okay, just going to put it out there in case anybody goes back and watches my own videos for receipts. I felt that if Lewandowski comes to Barcelona, he would probably be a lesser version of what Messi was, because I expected that he'd just be the guy who puts the finishing touch on things, more like a more clinical Aubameyang. And boy, have I been proved wrong, because this guy is brilliant with the build-up play as well. There's that assist he almost had for Pedri with that the goal line clearance that Plzen made. It was just his link of play is wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and I can't wait to watch him play with Pedri, with Rafinha, with Dembele, with Fati, even more with Ferran as well. By the way, I forgot to mention, kudos to Ferran coming in and getting that goal and assist. But man of the match here was Robert Lewandowski. Well, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Do let me know your thoughts if you're watching from YouTube. Like, who was your man of the match in this case? I mean, for what crazy reason did you pick someone other than Lewandowski? And what were your positives or negatives that you think that I left out? What were your takeaways? Do let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and Forza Barca.